Hi guys. I changed my hair from like white to black basically, so it's still me. There's my dog. Um, so I thought I'd come on and do like a Q&A for you, or before any questions come up in the chat, I can do a collective reading. So I'll just get into that right now. You can calm down. All right. So before I got on, I was getting the message that it'd be good to talk about flowers. And like, if you think about how flowers evolve, first they're like buried in the dirt, and then they spend a lot of time like growing alone, like in this bulb, and then just out of nowhere they just show their colors and shape and stuff, and it's fantastic. And so like a good part of life is doing that like alone work, like figuring out what you want to be, what you want to create. And it's, no one can really tell you like exactly how it ought to be, how you ought to appear and like show yourself to the world. Like that's something that's between you and your intuition. So I think it's easy to take things like flowers, like whichever type of flower, like you don't have to have a preferred one to just like contemplate this, like to just not take things for granted in nature around us. Like if you consider everything to be a message or a lesson, you don't have to like travel the world to find the answers and stuff. It's like it's all right in front of your face. So don't hate that process of going inside and like figuring out like what's your best expression. How do you want to show up in the world in your authentic way? Because they say like even trees, like no two trees are, in nature similar, but they have like since a while ago started doing like cloning of trees and stuff, and that's where you get like things like like the Macintosh apple or whatever. Like someone took made many versions of that tree, um, by design. So, but normally, if we just left everything alone, every single fruit tree would be unique and have like a slightly different flavor, hue to it or whatever. So just enjoy that uniqueness that you have and that no one else can be you. And that in order to really be yourself, you need to spend that time, that inner work time, when you're not even in the sunlight, when it's just like you contemplating things without really any stimulus, and you just deciding to go from being alone, being in the dark, to just like deciding like, no, I'm gonna reach for the sun, and not only that, I'm gonna like show my best colors, and I'm gonna have like a beautiful perfume on top of it, and then that's gonna help like the cycle of life in general, because like the bees will feed off of it, and etc. So you really have to see yourself as like a valuable part of life, and that your personal expression is needed, and to not be intimidated by that time in the darkness, like your personal darkness, or people growing up, you can have like a certain structure given to you of like how to act, how to live, how to think. But in order to really like blossom as a person, there's like it's the inner work that you need to do. um it's kind of like I feel like my vibe is like teacher. I'm still not used to my hair totally, because it's like radically different, but that's why I'm like not looking at the screen. It's like everywhere else. But if you guys have like a question, I'm happy to answer that if you're tuning in. Like, I'm psychic. I'm also a distance healer. I've been doing it since 2003. If you want to see my client testimonials, they're on my website that I listed in the box below. And generally speaking, I don't just do like psychic answers for clients for work, but I do it on here on YouTube because I prefer to work like as a healer also, because if I see a problem psychically, then I can like fix it and make things better and stuff for everybody. So since there isn't any questions in the chat, I'll just like send the viewers of this video who watch it in the future some good energy. Yeah, and the message I get when I'm doing that is that there's a lot of course, like I've said this in a few videos, maybe because people watch a lot of news or they're like scrolling and stuff. There's a lot of like extra information that's like blocking you from hearing like your own intuition, getting on your own path. Because like, you know, you can spend your life sorting through the debris of what's already been made, or you can choose to just like channel God, you know, like it's like, do you want like a to like feel like every moment is fresh, or do you want to like sift through the hoarder's house of like stuff stuff from the past, or you know, really like, even if you're someone who keeps your house clean, if your mind is like always picking through the past, or like what they said or what I should have said, or you know, that's like being like a mental hoarder. And there's a certain amount of like Marie Kondo you have to do with all those thoughts, like, okay, thanks for the lesson and goodbye, you know, and give it to give it to the Salvation Army or whatever to recycle. So just be really mindful about how you choose to spend your days, because they're very precious. Even if you're going through something, by changing your outlook and what you allow to flow through your mind, you're creating like a different future than if you had just done nothing or stayed the same. Just logical, right? So I'll just like tune into the collective again and see if I get another hopeful message. Just a second. Yeah, and I feel like when people, I forget this message of like people feeling outrage over like a crime or like something that happened in the world, and wanting to like talk about it. And okay, so I'm just gonna like tune into that, see what the advice is on that. There's some funny people tuning in. I feel like there's a lot I can kind of pick up on viewers and stuff. So I'm just gonna try to like focus on uh, not the criticism I feel from them right now, and just like what the thing is. Yeah. So the advice I get is like perhaps something bad happened, of course, in recently that is tragic. I feel like the advice is like, look at your own life right now and the people maybe that you take for granted who are just in your life, like people who aren't like causing you any grief, like who are just present and functioning with you, and how you're not like really celebrating those people in your life, and like their importance, like the importance of like what's normal in your life, because like even if one of those elements is removed, like it you really feel it. So it's important to like make every day some kind of celebration, some kind of like movement, like expression of gratitude, and also what I was saying before, like consciously taking in the energies that you want to fill your life with. If you think of your life as like a like a picture, like making a nice picture, right? And it's like, what are you going to fill that picture with? Is it going to be full of like just random stuff that you're watching on Instagram, or like the news, or just, just full of what other people are doing or saying? Or are you going to fill it with just like a inspiring, life-giving kind of feeling that could, give birth to like any kind of new situation, or like just fill your day with joy? So it's like you decide. Like nobody does that work for you. Like we have free will, and you need to exercise it. It's your duty to have, use the free will that is your gift. So I think that's the advice. Hopefully everybody's just having a nice day outside. Where I am, it's sunny, so totally get it why there's not a full chat. So I'm gonna just kind of peacefully close the session. Yeah, and so like the last message is like try not to express anger right now. Um, do your best to be like the person that's bringing in the new energy, the new situation, the hopeful sort of doorway that people can like walk through, instead of just like, you know, throwing another rock on the pile of like people being mad or whatever. So it's like metaphor, but okay. So I'll come back another time, and you guys feel free to contact me if you want me to do another celebrity reading, or you want a theme uh, live video. Like, let me know. And I hope you guys have a great day, and regardless of what day it is, or time of day, or night. And take care. All right, bye.